Well, hello, kiddies. This is George from Kitchen Table Builds. Gonna try something a little different. I've not done too many videos. Actually, this is other than BG's Stash Challenge. This is the only video I've ever done, at least so far. I don't know if I'm going to do any more, but I just thought this would be something that some people might find interesting. If you've not used Vallejo metal colors, I've played with them a little bit, done a couple pieces here and there, but this is the first time I've really sat down and decided I wanted to do a model, do a build that I used a lot of the metal colors for all of my natural metals, just to see how it came out. And I used to use the old tester metallizers back in those days, and I never was really happy with them. And there are other metal colors out there. I have some AK Interactive, and I think I got some all clad hanging around in here that I've played with. But what I like about the Vallejo paints is that they're so darned easy to work with and so easy to clean up. They clean up with hot water. Now I do use Vallejo airbrush cleaners after spraying, but excuse me for bouncing around here. I'm in a swivel chair and rolling around on a hard floor. But I wanted to share with you what results I got using the Vallejo metal colors. I used 6 different colors on this build. The build is a monogram, old monogram Bugatti 350B kit from their classic series. It's a pretty simple kit. It goes together very nicely. Typical monogram from that era. And I want to do something a little special with this one, so that's why I decided to use the metallizer color. So let's just jump in. I used 6 different colors. For the main engine, I'm going to go to this one first. I used their white aluminum. Here, let's try to get some light on this subject here. There we go, white aluminum. To duplicate the polished or the high gloss light aluminum of a Bugatti engine, and I think I'm trying to get some light on here. Let's try that. Really nice finish, real smooth, lays down beautifully. There's no protective finish over this. I have found using this a couple times that you can put a gloss coat over it, a varnish over it, but it kind of dulls the appearance or kind of just plays with it a little bit. I followed, as far as spraying this, I followed Barbados Rex recommendations in his videos, if you watched his painting videos, as far as pressures and temperatures or pressures and needle sizes and stuff. Primer that I used for all of these pieces, as recommended by Vallejo, is this 77 660 gloss black primer. This is really a nice primer. I've actually used this as just the final color coat on a couple builds. It's really a nice gloss black. Goes down really nice. Let's look at some of the other colors. This is the Vallejo Chrome. Now the finish on this is a little funky looking because the dash panel on the Bugatti and the firewall are molded with a like a textured finish, like engine term sort of a thing. But you can kind of get the feel for how this lays down. Next up, and this is probably my favorite, I really like the way this steel turned out. I mean, that looks like oiled steel. It's pretty darn amazing. Dark aluminum, I use this for engine detail, engine accessories. It's just a little darker than the regular aluminum on the engine. Gives a little bit more of I guess a heat stained appearance. The other color I really like, I've been looking for a good color for exhausts ever since the old Tester's jet exhaust color went out of style. Let's get some light on this thing. This is well, exhaust manifold color. It's got a nice burnt steel look to it, a little bit of brown in there, I guess. But again, what I've really found amazing in this is how accurately and how realistically it does depict steel. Last but not least, the wheels on this Bugatti, although they came chrome in the kit, I'm building a very specific Bugatti 350B. If you're interested, Google Bugatti Queen. There's some things that made this one pretty different. It's a woman in the 30s who actually drove this Bugatti in races. And the car had recent pictures of this car, which has popped up on Hemmings. The wheels are dull aluminum, so there you go. I used a dull aluminum finish, exactly as Vallejo called it. So that's it. I hope you found this interesting. If you haven't used Vallejo metal colors yet, I recommend you give them a try. They're easy to use, and what I like about all of Vallejo paints is they clean up with super hot water. You can flush your airbrush with hot water. I have what I use to do that is this see this little portable heater. It's made for like heating up thermos, water for tea and stuff. I just plug it in, press a button, and it's up to 212 degrees in a couple minutes, and that stuff just flushes all of Vallejo paints out. I do flush my airbrush with airbrush thinner or airbrush cleaner, Vallejo airbrush cleaner, after every use, and back flush it. And I've never had problems with my airbrush. I do use Badger airbrushes for those who really give a darn, and this has been sprayed with a 105 Patriot brush with a 0.5 millimeter needle. So I'm going to wrap it, because if I don't, I'm just going to sit here and babble the rest of the morning, and you don't want to hear that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it helpful. Keep on building.